Long ago, in the ancient times of Tanzania, there was a vast and beautiful land filled with rolling hills, dense forests, and fertile plains. But among all the natural wonders of this land, the most magnificent of all was Mount Kilimanjaro, a towering mountain that touched the heavens. Kilimanjaro was not just one peak but two, Kibo, the taller and more majestic, with a snow-capped summit that gleamed like a crown, and Mawenzi, slightly shorter or rugged and craggy, standing proudly beside Kibo. Kibo and Mawenzi were not just mountains, they were living beings, brothers, each with his own personality and strengths. Kibo, the elder, was wise, calm, and gentle, with a heart as pure as the snow that covered his peak. He was beloved by all who lived in the land, for he brought life to the rivers and streams that flowed from his slopes, nourishing the animals, plants, and people below. Mawenzi, on the other hand, was fiery and temperamental. His rugged appearance reflected the passion that burned within him, for he was strong-willed and quick to anger, yet he loved his brother dearly. The two brothers lived in harmony for many years, standing side by side, watching over the land. They shared everything, the warmth of the sun, the cool breezes, and the songs of the birds that flew around them. Kibo often calmed Mawenzi's fiery temper with his gentle words, reminding him of the importance of patience and understanding. One day, a great drought fell upon the land. The rivers dried up, the grass turned brown, and the animals began to suffer from thirst. The people of the land grew desperate, for without water, there was no life. They looked to the mountains for help, praying to Kibo and Mawenzi to bring the rains back and restore the land. Kibo, ever compassionate, heard the pleas of the people and decided to do something about it. He summoned the clouds from the sky and spoke to them with a voice as gentle as the breeze. "O clouds," he said, "the people and creatures of this land are suffering. Will you not bring them the rain they need?" The clouds, who loved Kibo for his kindness, agreed to help. They gathered around Kibo's peak, growing thicker and darker, until they were ready to release the precious rain. But just as they were about to pour down upon the land, Mawenzi, who had been watching from his craggy peak, grew jealous. "Why do the clouds listen only to you, Kibo?" Mawenzi thundered. "Am I not just as powerful, just as deserving? The rain should fall at my command, not yours alone." Kibo, saddened by his brother's outburst, tried to calm him. "Mawenzi, dear brother," he said, "this is not about power or who is greater. The rain is needed by all and it should fall wherever it can do the most good. Let us work together to help the land." But Mawenzi, blinded by his jealousy and anger, refused to listen. He stomped his feet, causing the earth to tremble, and demanded that the clouds obey him. The clouds, frightened by Mawenzi's fury, scattered in all directions, unsure of what to do. In his rage, Mawenzi unleashed a great storm. He shook the ground, sending rocks tumbling down his slopes, and spat fire from his peak, creating a fearsome display of power. The people and animals below fled in terror, for Mawenzi's wrath was fearsome to behold. Kibo, seeing the destruction his brother was causing, knew he had to act quickly. He called to the winds, asking them to carry the clouds away from Mawenzi's reach. The winds obeyed Kibo, and with a mighty gust, they swept the clouds towards Kibo's peak. There, under Kibo's gentle influence, the clouds finally released their rain. The rain fell in torrents, drenching the dry land and filling the rivers once more. The grass turned green, the flowers bloomed, and the animals drank their fill. The people rejoiced, praising Kibo for his wisdom and kindness. But Mawenzi, still seething with anger, could not see the good that had been done. He saw only that his brother had outshone him once again. In his rage, Mawenzi struck his peak against Kibo's, trying to bring him down. But Kibo, strong and steadfast, did not waver. Instead, he stood firm, absorbing his brother's blows with patience and resilience. "Mawenzi, stop this madness," Kibo pleaded. "We are brothers. We should not fight." The land is at peace now, and that is what truly matters. But Mawenzi was too consumed by his own pride and jealousy to listen. He struck again and again, until finally, exhausted and weakened, he could strike no more. His once proud peak was now shattered and jagged, and he stood there, panting with exertion, while Kibo remained tall and unbroken. Realizing what he had done, Mawenzi's anger finally subsided, replaced by sorrow and regret. "What have I done?" he whispered, looking at the destruction he had caused. "I have let my jealousy and pride drive me to this. I have harmed the land and the people we were meant to protect." Kibo, seeing the change in his brother, reached out to him with compassion. "It is not too late, Mawenzi," Kibo said softly. "We can still stand together, side by side, and protect this land as we always have. Let us learn from this and grow stronger together." Mawenzi, humbled by his brother's forgiveness, nodded slowly. "You are right, Kibo. I have been a fool. I let my anger control me, and for that, I am sorry. Let us make amends and ensure that such a thing never happens again." From that day on, Kibo and Mawenzi stood together once more, but things were different. Kibo remained the taller, more majestic of the two, his peak still crowned with snow, a symbol of his wisdom and strength. Mawenzi, though scarred and rugged, had learned the value of humility and the importance of working together for the greater good. The people of Tanzania never forgot the lesson of the two brothers. They saw in Kibo and Mawenzi the balance of nature, the calm and the storm, the strength and the vulnerability, the wisdom and the passion. They revered the mountains as symbols of these dualities, understanding that even in their own lives, they must find a balance between their strengths and weaknesses. And so, Kibo and Mawenzi continue to watch over the land, their peaks reaching towards the sky, a testament to the enduring power of brotherhood and the lessons learned from both harmony and conflict. The rivers flowed once more, the grass grew tall and green, and the animals thrived, all under the watchful eyes of the two brothers, who had finally found peace within themselves and with each other.